Hi, it's Thursday. It's 4 p.m. on the Eastern Seaboard. It's time to cuss with Gus. And folks, if you haven't heard about this guy, he is my favorite silver-tongued Grecian. He's the one that if you are concerned about your 401k becoming a 101k, or you need to move into cryptos, or you need to do what the heck you need to do to move into metals, or in other words, take advantage or take charge of your own destiny with your own finances, contact Gus Demos or his sane, not so much of an infidel partner, Will Lear. Either one of these guys will help you and position you for the best possible position that you can be in. And what position is that? You having your own control. What a novel idea. You being in charge and calling the shots of your own portfolio. It's incredible. Be responsible, grow yourself a set of nuts, and call Gus or Will over at perpetualassets.com. And with that out of the way, it's time to cuss with Gus. Gus, what's up, buddy?
Sorry, dude, I had you muted as I was drinking my protein shake, trying to keep up my dragon energy.
Man, I got all sorts of dragon energy. You want to talk about the savior of Western civilization today? You want to talk about the savior of Western? It's none other than Yeezy.
Dude, is that why me and you get along well? Because we both have dragon energy.
We have dragon energy, bro. Dude. We have dragon energy. So does CJ. He just got dragon energy too, but he powers himself up with Jack and cheese. Not Jack cheese, but Jack and cheese.
Dude, you gotta feed the fucking dragon, dude.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
Dude, I was texting you guys yesterday real time because literally, I mean, it was, dude, the internet was melting.
Yeah,
like Twitter, the amount of head explosions yesterday and liberal tears had to be. Maybe this is hyperbole, dude, but I don't know if we've seen it since election night. Like they were losing their mind. They were losing their fucking mind. First, the last 3 days since when he came out and started tweeting about Candace, that was a total explosion. But then when Kardashian chimed in too, and that Chance or Chase, or again, I'm not a fucking, I don't know what the kids are listening to now, but I guess the guy's a big fucking deal. When he chimed in, black people don't have to be Democrats.
Oh, that was
dude, it was full explosion. It was like the internet broke. It was fucking, it was so epic. It was so epic.
They just needed one guy to stand up. You know what I'm saying? Did you see the tweet that Kanye responded to? John Legend texted him on his phone, and then Kanye took a screenshot and he tweeted John Legend's text. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Dude,
absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he's basically telling, and he's handling it, pretty well. He's like, listen, man, I respect you and I love you and all that shit, but like, don't tell me how to think. Like, what's amazing is like, listen, man, I have friends and family that are fucking Democrats,
right?
But their bread and butter is shaming. Like, could I imagine pulling a relative or a friend off to the side and be like, listen, dude, you support Hillary, so I don't know if this is fair to, like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, it's all about shaming and making you feel, and Milo was the first one that brought this to my attention, and maybe I always felt it all along, but I couldn't articulate it. Milo mentioned this when Milo first started exploding like big time. Like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, like 6 months, 9 months before the election. He said, part of what I'm doing, part of my audacity is to give other people the bravery to come forward about how they feel too. Shit they think is fucked up. And if I had to summarize yesterday or the last 4 days, these people speaking up is more, it's not like, dude, I'm not a huge fucking we were just making fun of reality TV a couple weeks ago, right? So I first of all, I don't think celebrities and athletes and entertainers should influence people's philosophy or cognitive function or whatever. But the truth of the matter is a large majority of the population are easily influenced by these people. So the more of them that speak out, my hope is, and I think we're already seeing it, is that him coming forward is going to give others the balls or tenacity to say the truth, which is like, hey, I'm actually a Republican too, or I'm a libertarian too, and these fucking cocksuckers in LA and New York have shamed me into having to stay in the closet about it for 10 years.
Exactly.
Because you get a lot of that in Hollywood, dude, and in fucking Manhattan. Like, they're like, you have to stay in the closet about your political beliefs.
Dude, I got a buddy of mine who works for a major entertainment firm in Hollywood. And he tells me all the time, this whole Kanye thing has literally rattled them to the core. I mean, people have no idea from a cultural standpoint what this is doing. This is, those who are not into hip hop, not into current music to begin with, and don't know who Kanye West is or the background or the significance. This is somebody who is probably one of the most prolific artists of our time in this generation. This is something that mostly millennials, a lot of the Gen Xers, gravitate towards. Okay, so the guy's not an idiot. Okay, people try to write him off. He's crazy, this, that, and the other. He's an individual who's very expressive, but he's a smart guy. He's actually building himself quite a successful business to begin with. So when he's out there and he's saying that this is big, Kanye, I mean, he's decentralized himself, and that's been his theme. Look at his last album launch, man. It was strictly on iTunes. He did not go to a major label. He self-published, and he killed it. Okay? He killed it. His Yeezy sneakers is one of the hottest brands in sneakers and activewear out there right now. The guy's doing great for himself. So for him as a cultural icon, as one of the icons of culture that a lot of people are looking up to, this is going to reverberate, man. This is really going to reverberate. I think this very much is. You see, no one's going to relate to a stuffy white dude in a suit coming out and say, "Yes, I'm not a liberal, really. I'm quite the conservative." No one cares, okay? But when you have a black guy, all of a sudden he's quote unquote woke, and he's off the liberal plantation. You have no idea, folks, on a cultural level, what this is doing to the entire liberal base. They're imploding, man.
Well, dude, culture is the only place they've really dominated since the 60s. So you could argue about economics and political and this and that, but one thing the lefties have had an absolute monopoly on, and an absolute, they've dominated literally since the Beatles fucking grew out their hair long. Like right when the late 60s hit, the peace, love, all that bullshit, drugs, this, that. Ever since the late 60s, the liberals have dominated the culture. It shifted away from the Mad Men, skinny tie, cigarettes, blah, 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 to the hippie culture. And they've dominated ever since. That's just the truth. It doesn't matter if you're talking about movies, entertainment, media. They've dominated the culture for 50 or 60 years. So, and you're right. So many people quote Breitbart's quote that politics is downstream from culture. You start planting seeds into the youth and into the zeitgeist about what's cool, what's not cool, what's normal, what's not normal. And the liberals, they try to grab these kids early and tell them this is what's cool, this is what normal is, blah, blah, blah. And that's what the liberals has dominated. And that's why all the young people are fucking, the majority of them, when they come out in their teens or college or whatever, they're all fucking like little brainwashed communists running around, because that's what the culture, is dominated by. So this is fucking huge, dude. Not only from a cultural perspective, no, you don't have to be Democrat. No, actually, you know what? It actually is cool to be independent and look at individualism and it is huge. I think it's huge to have other people come out and be brave. And he handled, dude, God bless him. And dude, and I told you this months ago, the best bet of the right is not the angry communist, Bolshevik, white woman. It's alpha black dudes who just they're like, yep. Kanye's like, motherfucker, you can't neuter me. Yep. Fuck you. He's like, exactly. I don't give a fuck. He's like, come at me, trolls. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Exactly. Those are the people who being a man, you're not gonna be able to neuter him. He's like, I'm a man, so you could tell me to hate myself, but no, I'm not going to. Fuck off. Though that is what I kind of was hoping would happen, and he's a great example. And notice how someone, and God bless him, dude, he wouldn't even be bullied. Like, dude, Shania Twain came out and said something, and she walked it back and got the troll. Yeah, the trolls attacked her, and she got all. She's like, her managers and lawyers probably pulled her aside and be like, "Don't upset these fucking zombies. It's bad for business." And Wes, God bless him, is like, "You know what? Go fuck yourselves. This is what I think." And and then right behind him was the other dude who, again, I'm thinking at some point between their testosterone and their bank accounts, they're like, why do I have to kiss anyone's ass? Like, I'm rich.
What do I got to virtue signal? What I got to play the victim? What do I got to be like a punk? Because the whole thing about being in the hood and being in the streets is not being a punk. So that's what these idiot libtards don't get. The libtards want you to put on your punk suit. Be a punk. Get punked by everybody. Go around saying you're a victim. Real dudes, when they get successful, especially guys who've been in the grind in New York and Chicago, guys in LA and whatnot, dude, they hate this liberal punk mentality. You know how many people have stomach churn when they see that idiot Gay Z? Now he's like such a sellout. That Gay Z's up there talking with Letterman and talking about Donald Trump, he's racist, nobody cares. Well, he's lost so much. People don't like that, man. People like to see individualism. I think this is gonna be a huge win, bro.
Well, part of my argument for starting your own business or achieving wealth or whatever has always been freedom. The freedom to not walk on eggshells, the freedom to not have to kiss people's ass, the freedom to actually speak my mind and not have to worry about ramifications. I worked in corporate America before, and I don't want to divert it, but it's like it's always been uncomfortable with my core to have to vehemently have to be politically correct or deal with HR departments or like all that bullshit. Like, if I really feel the urge to tell someone to go fuck themselves, I should have a right to do that. And it's like a lot of these guys, again, my hope is that we see a massive domino effect, because they should speak out, especially the guy. If you're a fucking dude in Hollywood, all right, and you have a shitload of money and you're alpha as fuck, what can they really do to you? They can't fuck with Clint Eastwood. He's like, that dude, fucking blow me. Kanye too is like, even if they stop fucking doing shit, like he's gonna be fine. And it's good to see, dude. And again, I stick to my roles that I don't think people should let celebrities and famous people define their philosophy. But the reality is that they do. A lot of these people do. Like, they're influential to how these people think. So it's, any way you look at it, it was a huge fucking win for us. A huge fucking win. Dude, the line about throwing Obama under the bus for Chicago not changing is so fucking great. It's so fucking great. And like, everyone, it's like, is he lying? No, he wasn't lying. He said the truth. And like, they couldn't believe that a black person from Chicago would say the truth like that. And they were like, their heads almost exploded. It was a great fucking day. A great day. And it destroys their whole narrative, like that.
And that's what the whole thing is. People are looking for, here's the thing. And again, just to reiterate the power of what happened, you see, the crazy left, the nut job left, wins on the culture war, man. They run academia, they run entertainment, they run the culture war. If they lose that, they lose their power. They're powerless.
Well, they're finished. Dude, that's all they have.
That's it.
If women and gay people and Hispanics, black, tranny, whatever group they're trying to sell that day, if they lose the divide and conquer, it's over. Dude, I'll break it down. What I think happened sometime along the way in the Democratic Party is they're like, they started doing math, and they're like, all right, here's what the demographic of the country looks like. If we convince, first of all, women are over 50% of the country. So if we convince women they're oppressed, we convince Hispanics they're oppressed, if we convince gay people they're 1%, black people are 13%. If we convince all these groups that they're victims and they're getting fucked over, and we consolidate all those little groups, we could fuck over who's ever left. You know, so if you like just run the numbers and do the math, like it explains everything. You convince enough people you're getting fucked over, and hey, let's fucking burn it all down and steal the entrepreneur's money or whatever. Like, you convince enough of those people that's where you start winning elections. So yeah, if a great tag on the end of it was after that rapper said black people don't have to be Democrats, someone replied with Jewish people don't have to be Democrats either. Someone else replied with gay people don't have to be Democrats either. Someone else replied with, yeah. And so you saw the spiral effect, and everything was getting like retweets up the fucking ass.
Yep.
And dude, it's something me and you have known, but most people don't. It's always been about political ideology.
Yeah.
Not about, and whenever I debate a feminist or whatever, I'm like, they don't care that you're a fucking woman. They care that you're a liberal woman. If you're a conservative woman, they will eat you alive. Yeah. They don't give a fuck about your ovaries. No. And it's the same way with Kanye. Kanye's a liberal. We're all good. Kanye starts tweeting shit about being a Republican. Dude, they will crucify him.
They were literally having the most racist memes against Kanye.
Dude, of course. The only thing liberals hate more than a Republican is a black Republican. Mm-hmm. The shit they sling at fucking like the Larry Elders of the world and fucking Thomas Sowell's of the world is incredible.
It is
like
the Ben Carsons of the world. Absolutely. Oh, people calling Ben Carson, hey, you're an effing idiot. That's a freaking neurosurgeon with 26 honorary doctorates, and he's an idiot. Oh my god.
Think about their sales pitch to all these different groups that these evil bigots hate you, they want to oppress you, blah blah blah. And then once someone breaks free from all those groups, right, like a Milo or a Kanye, once someone breaks free from those groups and comes over, the entire like right embraces them with like love. Like, Milo, thank you. Where have you been? We need you. Like, if there was so much fucking hatred from all these Republican bigots, why is there every time that someone leaves the reservation, like the Republicans just shower him with fucking praise and a microphone and like, thank you. Where have you been, Milo? We've needed a gay spokesperson. Like, it's not about. The Democrats have conned these people. No one hates you. I mean, yeah, okay. Everyone has hatred towards other. You could find, like I said, you could find 50 Nazis in the South, just like you could find 50 dangerous Black Panthers in Oakland. Like they exist, okay, but they're not a significant part of the demographic. It's like almost fucking irrelevant when you do the math. Like, so it's a con. It always has been a con. And they're just watch how they attack one of their own when they switch ideology. That's all you have to fucking know. Like, it's always been about power. It's always been about political ideology. That's it. And this is a big fucking deal, a huge fucking deal. Their response is more telling than what Kanye's doing, the way they're acting. You know, dude, our favorite fucking disgusting sweaty Turk sink.
I hate that greasy bastard.
Dude, if you saw the texts he's been reeling the tweets he's been reeling the last 3 days about Kanye, they are so fucking hilarious. Like, it is like he is this person. Like, if it was a Republican saying that about a woman or minority or whatever, you'd be like, oh, that you're such an evil bigot. Like, and this guy, since he's a liberal, like, he gets like a get out of jail free card. And it's like nasty, angry fucking shit. Like, Kanye's a stupid piece of fucking shit. Like, it's just Sank Uger being Sank Unger or whatever the fuck. Dude, I would love to pound that motherfucker in a submission.
You and me both. Dude, I've never seen a more greasier fuck I've ever. Oh my god, that greasy bastard.
Dude, he thinks
every time I see him, I want to wipe my computer screen. He's so freaking greasy.
Dude, He is such a disgusting fuck.
I just want to have a discussion. I want to have a discussion. I'm trying to have a discussion.
Dude, him being triggered is the funniest.
That angry twat. What's her name? Anna Kasparian. Oh,
yeah.
God.
Well, and that's the best part. So the Kardashians are actually Armenian too.
I know. But according to check, the Armenian genocide never happened.
Well, that would have caused truly a meltdown on the internet if Kardashian had been like, the Armenian genocide happened, you disgusting fuck. Oh man, dude, it's been an amazing couple days. And they're freaking out. They are freaking the fuck out. I forgot, dude, and that Candace woman, did you see her original speech on it? Like, no. So what caused all of this, what started all this like 3 or 4 days ago, is some Black Lives Matter people showed up at her talk, tried like shutting it down, obviously what they do best. And she just fucking went off on this like 30 to 60 second tirade. Like, and for those of you who haven't seen it, it's epic. It's like, and you're all privileged Americans. Shut the fuck up. You're acting like you suffered through slavery 150 years ago. Shut the fuck up. No one owes you anything. You're fucking snowflakes. Like, it was fucking epic. Epic. And it came from a black woman, a conservative black woman. And that's why they fucking hate her too. Because dude, you have to, if you just, again, man, I sound like a broken record, but if you jump the ideological dude, yeah, hopefully you can find CJ, if you could pull up a clip of her on that college explosion, it was fucking brilliant. Candace, whatever, on whatever, I forgot what campus it was on, but it was so fucking epic, dude. But that's what caused all this. So Kanye saw that video, and it was like, you're not victims. Victims are, why would you want to be a victim? You're a victim. Like, dude, she just went off, and it was fucking great. But he saw that tweet, and then he started tweeting out Gilbert. And dude, I think Shapiro posted something today about him, like in the back. So he's still tweeting today. He was tweeting, I don't know, fucking mega rap or some shit. But in the background, someone spotted on his computer a tab open to a Jordan Peterson lecture.
I love it.
Dude, I love it. We might have a full like Matrix type Neo red pill shutdown here, where like the system.
Dude, he's listening to the cuck slayer himself.
Yeah, dude, fucking go clean your room, motherfucker. Dude, it's fucking great. It's great, dude. It's a great time to be alive. It is a great fucking time to be alive.
I love it.
So yeah,
I don't know, dude. Just to see that I mean, just talking to my buddy. Dude, Hollywood is they're panicking. They're all hyperventilating. They're all breathing into brown lunch bags. It's wonderful, man.
Well, dude, my hope again is that, and he's again, I don't know how the film industry versus the record industry works. I think does Kanye have that kind of money where only like you could point it like between production capabilities and able to release new material? Yeah. I mean, I think
a lot of it's so easy to do right now with computer applications and whatnot.
Well, look, no, I was going to go on a list of like, so if there's any like, you know, A-list or B-list, like famous actors who would have the balls to do the same thing, or would the studio like shut them down? Or I mean, do you need like a Brad Pitt, McConaughey level of fame money, and that you're like, you're
published. There's a lot of that's what's happening in the music industry. My partner over at Rogue, Matt's from the music industry. You know, he worked at Billboard. He helped build up Billboard, and then from Billboard he went to help start Quello. My buddy Matt, he'll tell you straight up. It's like, dude, the music industry is dead. These big record companies, they're done. They are dying. They're the past. What's happening is so many great artists are coming out of the self-publishing. And they're killing it. And they don't need these big record labels. Look, I mean, they're killing it, man. Look, and they're dictating things on their terms. I mean, look right now, the hottest female rapper right now, Cardi B. Okay? The girl she dropped on iTunes. She's #1 on iTunes. She's crushing it.
Well, I
crushing
think,
it.
Because I think a lot of the liberal stranglehold on movies, TV, music, I think a lot of it was not that all these, obviously, when you run the numbers, not all these people are getting off the bus in Hollywood. All these actors, all these musicians, they're not all getting off the bus at Hollywood Boulevard and automatically liberal. Like, what's going on is they acknowledge the leverage of the players behind the scenes, right. The producers, the owners of the studios. So these people are all raging liberals, and let's be honest, either closet pedophiles or rapists. So these people, basically, all these actors tell the same story. They're like, if we came out, we wouldn't get jobs, or we wouldn't get this, or we wouldn't get the. So if you take away that leverage, and that's why I mean, like, Kanye coming out is the equivalent of like fucking Clooney coming out and as a closet Republican. Like, I was just kidding all these years. I'm actually libertarian as fuck. That
never happens, man. Freaking no. The biggest fucking cunt he is.
Yeah, no doubt. But that's the level that it's on. Like, if you have a couple of these actors come forward,
yeah,
then that's it. It rocks the culture. It's like, whoa, wait a minute, we could actually own guns. Wait a minute, we don't like the government stealing our money. Wait a minute, like,
and that's the other rapper from Atlanta, Killer Mike. Killer Mike was when that whole thing in Parkland shooting came about. Killer Mike came out and says, "Look, this is stupid. All these liberals are trying to get the blacks back on the plantation. We need our Second Amendment." He came out strongly for the Second Amendment. In fact, his daughter, Killer Mike's daughter, she was in the university in Georgia that had a school shooting. Okay. And what did Killer? He said, "You know what I did? I pulled my daughter out. I retrained her in firearms safety and firearms training because there's nobody in this family that's going to be a victim." And the liberals lost their crap because Killer Mike has libertarian ideals, conservative ideals, and he's a successful music producer. They don't know how to handle that, and he's black. They can't handle that, man. They cannot handle. Dude, these racist scumbags are all in the left. They cannot handle empowered minorities. They see an empowered black guy who's educated, successful, who did it on his own. They can't handle it. Their world is like shattered, man. I don't know why. Because I seriously believe these freaking coastal, West Coast and East Coast libtards, these liberals, they are secret closet racists. They are, I don't know, this is strange racism they have, man. They cannot stand it. It's horrible.
They have to convince, like I told you, dude, they have to convince everyone to hate each other. It really is as simple as divide and conquer. They have to convince women to hate their father. They have to convince you to hate. They hate individualism. They hate the nuclear family. They hate, dude. It's incredible the fact, like, you see some of these interviews and they're like there's a hidden misogyny, there's a hidden race. Like, dude, I'm like, dude, I can assure you, I don't go to the country club and we don't talk about beating women, or we don't talk about going to a Klan meeting. Like, there's no fucking conspiracy, dumbass. So, like, and the fact that they, like, these soy boy beta males on fucking CNN and MSNBC want to convince you that, like, it's almost like laughable. Like, no one. Dude, and Gavin did a great job pointing this out. They're running into a shortage of victims, and that's why, even with all their narrative on all these different oppressed groups, they have to invent a new oppressed group every 2 to 3 years. Like, if you would have told me 10 years ago the liberals would try to fucking handcuff the tranny demographic, I'd be like, what? Aren't there only like 1,000 in the country? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, there has to be a new cause, or they get, like I told you, in 2 years it'll be fucking leprechauns, all the oppressed leprechauns out there. Like, yeah. It's absurd. It's absurd. It's all absurd.
I have Candace's UCLA.
Dude, you're going to enjoy this big time.
Yeah, it's only a minute 20. Let's run it real quick. Here we go.
What you're seeing happening today, obviously, we have some black people that are shouting in the back. We have some black people that are sitting in the front quietly that are chanting USA and having a normal conversation. I love that because what I say every single time, and you may have seen me on the news, is that what is happening right now in the black community, you're going to hear it in this room first. There's an ideological civil war happening. Black people that are focused on their past and shouting about slavery, and black people that are focused on their futures. Okay, that's really what it comes down to. Okay. I can guarantee you what you're seeing happening is victim mentality versus victor mentality. And I promise you, the people here are going to win.
I love that.
And there's no doubt in my mind. I can tell you right now who is going to be better off when we look 20 years and we look at the faces in this room. Who is going to be better off are the girls that are sitting right here and across this room because they don't have your mentality. Victim mentality is not cool. I don't know why people like being oppressed. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I love oppression. We're oppressed. 400 years of slavery, Jim Crow, which, by the way, none of you guys lived through. Your grandparents didn't. It's embarrassing that you utilize their history. You utilize their history, and you come in here with more emotion than they ever had when they were living through it. More emotion than they ever had when they were living through it. It's embarrassing. You're not living through anything right now. You're overly privileged Americans.
There you have it.
That's exactly it. These stupid ID idiots. They are overprivileged Americans. That's all they are. These assholes that are out there talking about Jim Crow, they never lived through Jim Crow. They were talking about the Civil War. They were never there at the Civil War. They were never there at slavery. You realize this, man? You know what kills me, bro? Blacks were doing great. African Americans were doing phenomenal. They're the lowest divorce rate. They're the lowest illegitimacy rate among children. They were doing, they were making inroads as doctors and nurses and lawyers and engineers and professionals. And all of a sudden, here come the Democrats, and here comes social welfare, and here come the drugs, and boom, that was it,
dude. If you want to see a feminist's head explode, you let her talk for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and then after she's got done, spewing her bitterness and hatred, the subconscious hatred of her father, ask her one simple question. What rights do I currently have that you do not? And that they start to malfunction like a robot whose head's about to explode. Like, short circuit.
A gender wage gap.
There's no answer. But if you feed it, right? I think part of the problem is, dude, it really does. And this is why the culture shit's so important. So if the culture is beating down on you since from age 4 or 5 that you have to be a Democrat, women are oppressed, white people are trying to get black people, we're trying to put gays in ovens. Like, if you beat down on the culture, like, you're always in danger. There's Hitler's hiding under your bed. Like, these kids grow up indoctrinated as fuck, and distrustful as fuck, and paranoid as fuck, and bitter as fuck. And it's hard to break that fucking, like, if you've been hearing that shit since you were 4 years old or 8 years old, you start to fucking believe it. Like, it defines your fucking reality. Yep. Like, and it'd be like my dad trying to brainwash me since I was a kid. Like, every time you see a Turk, fucking stab him. He's out to get us. Like, it's like, we're not that fucking retarded. Like, yes, the Greeks have a long history with people from the East trying to invade us, and enslave us. Yeah, but subconsciously, I don't go around thinking a Persian or Turk is always lurking over my shoulder. Like, it's just like, dude, let it go. Let it go. It's not real.
Tell me, Leonidas.
Dude, that movie's fucking epic. It does give me fucking goosebumps. I'm not gonna lie.
Tell me, Leonidas. I am the king of kings.
Yeah. My brother named his second son Leonidas. It's pretty fucking epic. Oh, dude, it's great. Great. But that's what they've ingrained in a lot of these people. Like, for women, they brainwash them really young. Like, you're gonna get raped. It's just a matter of time. For a lot of
in fear, man.
Yeah, dude. For a lot of these black kids, they're trying to brainwash them. Like, Whitey's out to get you. Like, it's like, what? And
it went from, like, I remember I was talking to a buddy of mine who he grew up during actual Jim Crow. Okay, And he's like, yeah, man. I mean, growing up, you know, my mom always told me, my parents always told me, you got to work twice as hard as a white man. You got to work twice as hard as a white man. You got to work twice as hard as a white man. And now it's somehow flipped to white man's gonna get you. It's crazy, bro.
Well, dude, what it is, man. Is there came a time, and again, for me, it's like, all right, I'm 40, so I didn't live through any of this shit either. But it's like there came a time where I look back on it, and it used to be like discrimination of any kind is illegal, toxic, bad, wrong, whatever. Right now, in 2018, we've reached a point where the liberals have taken it so far where it's not that you can't discriminate, it's that you have to acknowledge that we're victims or you're a bigot. Like that's where we're at. Like, you meet a feminist woman, it's like, no, you have to acknowledge that men are bad or you are a bigot. Like, what? Like, what have I done to you? Do I owe you money? Did I punch you? Like, what do I owe you? I've never even met you. Who the fuck are you? Like, and it's the same way with like the Black Lives Matter people. Like, you have to acknowledge that white people are bad. I'm like, forgive me? What? What did I do? Like, it's like based on,
have to check your privilege at the door, Gus.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, you're basically telling me to beat sexism or beat homophobia or beat racism or beat whatever ism you're spewing out. To beat it, I have to acknowledge to hate myself. Like, I have to hate my penis. I have to hate my skin color. I have to hate myself, because that's the only way to rationalize that you're awesome and I suck. Like, it's like, it's fucking weird. It's just weird to me. Like, if I went to a woman and said, listen, bitch, hate yourself, get in the fucking kitchen, shut the fuck up. If I went to a black guy and be like, you're black, I'm white, I'm better than you, acknowledge it. Like, dude, it's crazy talk. It's fucking crazy talk. But somehow they've convinced all of these other groups that we got to do it to fucking the white guy who's straight. Like, that's the enemy. Attack him. If he doesn't acknowledge that you're a victim and he sucks, he's a bigot. He's Hitler. Like, so it's like, hate yourself or you're a Nazi. It's like, oh, we've come a long way since the 1950s, and now it's like, it's self-loathing or you're a bigot. It's like, dude, I don't owe you money. Did I do something to you? Did I steal your purse? Did I fuck you over? I mean, what did I do to you? I don't understand. It'd be like me like going up to a gay guy and be like, it's like reverse bigotry. It's all a power play. I mean, when you analyze it, to take it to fruition, to the end of the game, it's power. It's, you are my bitch. Acknowledge the reverse hierarchy here. Yep. For someone you've never met, who's a total stranger, who you've never wronged, and dude, that's the cancer of collectivism. That's the cancer.
It's neo-feudalism, man.
Well, it's identify. Am I proud to be my father's son? Of course I'm proud of my dad. I'm proud of being Greek. I'm proud of, I mean, but it doesn't, well, it doesn't define me though. I mean, it doesn't define who I am. I'm proud of all that stuff, but it's not like I meet someone and like, you know, I don't let my actions define me. My honor defines me. My ethics define me. My morals define me. Like, this stuff used to not be that complicated. Like, give each person you meet a clean slate, and until they give you a reason not to. Like, and they've somehow like flipped it where like dude, it's fucking nuts. I can't believe it's taken this long for like people to realize like, oh, maybe these are just all like power hungry fucking commie con artists, which is what they are. It's like, it's all a sales pitch. Don't jump off our reservation and we'll fucking crucify you.
Dude, here's another effed up piece of information. Bill Cosby's been found guilty. How fucked up is that?
What? Dude, I saw that.
30 years prison? Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Just some crazy ass woman from 40 years ago could say, oh, he raped me, Dad. Tell me the details. I don't remember that he raped me. That's all you need. No evidence.
I saw the headline, but I didn't read the details. What happened?
Dude, I don't know. I just saw the headline right now.
Is it are you sniffing out like a Duke lacrosse thing? Like he's guilty until proven innocent?
Totally. Let me go pull up the headline real quick. I mean, you know Cosby's been calling out Obama for a while.
Well, between like the Mike Tyson shit and Duke lacrosse and you know how you fix this, dude? In my opinion, as a man, because that's another thing that feminists will never acknowledge, how you could basically destroy a man's life, cause him tons of money. The mattress girl story, that crazy bitch stalker who got broken up with, and then said the guy raped her. Like, if you've dated enough crazy bitches like I have, then there's a real fucking danger about shit like that. Like, anytime a crazy bitch flips a switch, she could accuse you of anything.
Of course.
He beat me, he raped me, and it could be purely out of revenge for rejection or whatever. So the fact that there's a large portion of society that won't acknowledge that danger for men. My one buddy jokes about it. He's almost like, dude, you almost have to start filming every sexual interaction.
You have to. You're gonna have everybody start making sex tapes just in case.
Yeah, you like it's not even out of perversion.
No, it's out of security. It's like,
it's if the cops show up knocking on your door, like, she said you beat her. She said you raped her.
Fact.
Yeah. Well, and that's why, like, the Cosby thing, I'm like, well, what'd they get him on? And it's you're right. If some chick from 40 years ago is like, he roofied and raped me, it's like, what's her motive? What took you so long? Where's the proof? Like, it's I don't know. I don't know what happened. I haven't read the details of the case, or if there are any forensics, or if this is just another crazy feminist. I have no fucking idea.
It's sick, dude. It's sick.
Yeah. And again, listen to me sticking up for a black man because I'm such a bigot. It's fucked up. Like, you could crucify someone based on just a Me Too or an accusation. I don't know, dude. Again, Tyson and Duke lacrosse years ago are what opened my eyes to a lot of that shit. It's like, wait a minute, like it's. So sorry, I digress. I think the solution is, if there has to be something that if a woman gets caught making a false allegation like that, and it's totally provable, there should be massive criminal charges the other direction, back to her.
I'm not sure if you guys heard the same thing, but I think it was on InfoWars, and I'm sure you may have heard it, but the statement that the new assassination in our lifetimes is the political shaming, the social media shaming, the social media, allegations is the new assassination. And we're seeing this time and time again,
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's basically like, if they could just accuse you of anything, and you're there, and I'm not talking about some troll I'm talking about when the fucking lawyers and cops actually get involved. If a person comes forward and accuses you of something, and I'm not talking about, all right, you lose in a hung jury or something like that. I'm talking about like the mattress girl shit. For example, the kid came forward after she made her accusations and started her art project. The kid came forward with like texts and emails being like, no, this is a crazy bitch I dumped that told me she loved me and wanted me to stick it in her ass for 3 months or whatever. It's like, that's just a crazy psycho trying to get revenge.
Yeah.
So if something glaring like that happens, whatever the rape sentence is for prison should be turned around back on the woman. If it's a again, I'm not talking about fuzzy evidence or hung juries or this or that, but if a woman's willing to destroy a man, put him in prison, or destroy his based on bullshit, 100% confirmable bullshit, then yeah, that bitch should be in a cage. She has no business. She's a danger to humanity. Get that bitch off the streets. Because you can't.
Yes,
Dude, it's fucked up. You could stick a man in a cage based on a lie.
Dude, it's
Like-
like that Cosby flipped out in court. He called the district attorney Kevin Steele an asshole, and that he's sick of him. Like screamed at him after the guy's gonna die in jail. This is what you're gonna do to this guy? I mean, how dude? There's no due. I mean, what is this? Where's the laws in this country, man? I mean, judges could order lawyers to give up their clients. There's no, you can get your lawyer's office raided by the FBI with. I mean, there's no freaking laws, man.
Well, I'm the first. I was the first to get in line. Like, despite me being like so like the urge to want to kill a pedophile or whatever, I'm the first to say. If there's one thing I definitely tend to jump off of the conservative bandwagon on, it's the death penalty. Yeah. Only, and the reason why is simple, because I know this government would kill innocent people. It's just that simple. Like, you could argue that if it's an open and shut confession, DNA, this, that, yeah, kill the motherfucker. But does the system fail? And is it really worth the system killing someone based on a false allegation or bullshit or a lie? No. I mean, again, sticking a guy in a cage, like they were ready to crucify the Duke Lacrosse people. Mike Tyson went to fucking jail. Cosby's going to fucking jail. Like, it's fucked up, man. It's as a single guy, dude, it's fucking terrifying. It's terrifying. You run into the wrong fucking woman. You break it off with her the wrong way. Dude, again, that's what terrified me about my ex. Like, throwing punches at me as she's saying California always sides with the woman. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, tell me what the fuck to do. Like,
head through a wall.
You can't. You can't. They'll put me in a cage.
Tell them you believe in equal rights and lefts.
Well, when I'm in a good mood and I'm debating a feminist, she's like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you know what your problem is, honey? I'm like, you've never dated. No. You've never dated a crazy woman. That's what your problem is. They essentially are siding with like female Ike Turners. Like, it's like you can't, just because you both share vaginas doesn't mean that she's automatically a good. It'd be like me taking the side of an evil man. Like, just because we share genitals doesn't mean he's a fucking angel, dumbass. Like, so yeah, dude, it's scary, man. It's scary. The buddy, like I said, he joked about recording everything, and he's like, I have to, like, you tell me what else to do then. Does every girl you have sex with have to sign a contract? Like, yep. This is consensual. Blah blah. Like, is that where we're at now? Is that what we've gotten to? I mean, I don't know. It's terrifying, dude.
Dude, I mean, it says Cosby get up to 10 years in prison for each of the 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault.
Is what killed him the multiple accusers? Was that the nail through the coffin?
I don't know what they did. It's the multiple. Last year when they did this, it was deadlocked. And now they got another accuser on. They were gunning for him, bro. They were pulling up everybody from the woodwork. Gloria Allred, that piece of crap. She's out there saying, "We're so happy that finally we can say that women are believed.
Is that
justice has been done?"
Is that Beverly Hills skank lawyer?
Yeah. And then the district attorney. Again, this could only happen in fucking California.
Wasn't that Weinstein's bitch too?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah. All it was Weinstein's bitch. This guy Kevin Steele. I mean, what kind of name is Steele? This guy's such a cuck. He's out there. He's teary-eyed. District Attorney Kevin Steele said, as he commented for Constant, who was the woman that was awarded, for what he said was that she has courage in coming forward. And she said, and then Steele apologized to her for a previous DA's decision. Steele said Cosby was, quote, a man who had evaded this moment for far too long. He used his celebrity and toxic masculinity and his network of supporters to hide and conceal his crimes. It's terrible. This
She
is
literally.
this is from freaking 40 years ago, 10 years ago, 30 years ago, 6 years ago, 20. I mean, it doesn't matter, dude.
Dude, she did not say toxic masculinity, did she?
That's my own words.
That would have been awesome, actually. That's why I
I'm
started
waiting for
laughing.
that.
That would have been, dude. It sounds like it was the only thing that was missing. Well, and what they do a good job of doing too. So they would listen to mine and your. Sorry, I'm blowing out smoke. They would listen to mine and your dialogue right now, and they would say, "These guys think rape is okay. These guys think rape is okay." No one thinks that's what's fucked up. No one thinks rape is okay, but I'm acknowledging rape is beyond evil. But what you're not acknowledging is that so is a false accusation of rape. That's the problem. That I could actually acknowledge both sides of this fucking topic. You only want to look at the female version of things. You don't put yourself in your son's shoes, or in your fucking father's shoes, or in your uncle, whatever. Matt, there's two sides to this story. We have to acknowledge that evil exists regardless across all spectrums. It's not just the men out there committing atrocities. That's what they're incapable of. They're incapable of giving an inch. Dude, there's a great talk, and you don't pull it up now because we're running out on time here. But for you and CJ to watch when you guys get a chance, it's the girl who filmed the Red Pill documentary on. She went around.
Great movie about men's rights. Great movie. She
gave a TED talk, dude. A TED talk on it. Just Google TED talk Red Pill or whatever, and she'll come up. Or YouTube it. I'm sorry. It's a great lecture. She was a total feminist. Blah blah blah. Went off and by the end of it, she was
mortified.
Dude, yeah. Whenever you guys get
how men are. I mean, people male privilege. What kind of privilege? Dude, our rates of suicide in men are so freaking high. It's like 80-90% higher than women.
Well, she by the end of the speech, she was articulating everything. She's like, divorce courts, custody, male suicide, homeless, blah, wars, shitty jobs, like all of it. We are like, I mean,
America is the most thankless job.
Dude, it really
is, man. It's just I look at so many dudes out there. I'm just like mortified. I thank God that I'm at home. I'm married to a great woman, and I thank God for that, man. But I look at most dudes, and I'm just like, my God, they're just shitted on constantly.
Dude, comedians, used to, God bless them, used to joke about it, like Chris Rock and Bill Burr. They'd be like, man kills wife, or man does atrocity to wife, he's demonized throughout the country for 10 years. Woman chops man's penis off while sleeping, girls laugh and say girl power. Like, can you imagine guy cuts off girl's tits while she's sleeping? Like, so like the feminists, the Sex and the City crowd think it's like fucking hilarious. Like, ha, she cut off his dick, ha. Like, it's fucked up. Like, they're fucking nuts. They're bitter motherfuckers. Like, it's nuts. And it's, like I said, it's a total double standard. And the main difference between men and women is it's actually the left thinks it's okay if a man is victimized. Like, they're like, oh yeah, just, it's part of, get over it. It's like, you just stole half my shit, took my kids, and and she's fucking the tennis instructor. Get over it. Like, okay, thanks. Good talk.
We'll have to try to get her on, V. We should try to get her on the Red Pill because
reach out to her.
I will, because we should try to get her on, because the attack against men, against male, against masculinity is definitely real.
Dude, it's not only real from a societal sense and a cultural sense in Western countries. In Europe, I mean, forget it. Europe is gone. All the men in Europe have literally castrated themselves. Look at Macron coming over here. Yeah, look at Macron. He's coming over here to the U.S. trying to lecture us. This guy is like the president of Poodlestan. The president of Poodlestan comes over here trying to lecture us. And, dude, we're being also killed from, biochemically. Our food, our water, everything's killing, crushing testosterone. reducing sperm counts, all this other. Dude, it's terrible, bro. It's like we're going extinct, man.
Well, yeah, dude. Like I told you, it's we as I want to be careful the way I say it because I don't want to stereotype, but like the culture, back to the culture argument. It's like as a culture, it's like men empathize with everything. Men empathize with women being fucked over, men being fucked over, everyone. And as a culture, it's like the liberal, especially liberal women or feminists or whatever, they only empathize with other women. They don't empathize with what the shit we have to go through. And I'm not crying victim. I'm just telling you it's there. I don't even view it as victimhood. I view it as, especially as a guy who is still single and has his own company and blah, blah, blah. I view it as like liability. What do they say when you're walking through and there are bombs in the ground? Landmines.
Landmines.
I view it as liability landmines everywhere. Like, all right, got to get a prenup. All right, probably want to do this. Okay, probably want to stay away from her. Okay, probably want to do, like, it's just like, it's dangerous out there for dudes. And I even laugh about it, and I shouldn't, but it's like, dude, you read these fucking stories about these guys are like, yeah, and she kicked me out of my house and took the kids, and now I cut her a check, and she was fucking my best friend the whole time. And it's like, whoa, like, this is all. And it's fucking like normal. Like it's like, oh yeah, you know, shit happens, dude. Like, get over it. It's like, this is if a man did this to a woman, the culture would like jump down his throat, like, you piece of fucking shit, you this, you that. And the culture just accepts it as for men. It's like, yeah, shit happens, dude. You know, man up, pussy. Yeah.
Yes, that's why your time to buy a sex robot doll is now, before California gives them fucking rights.
Gus, it's time you make an investment.
Well, let's be clear. It's not rights they get when you enter in America. It's a license to steal is what it is. Rights are one thing. Taking my shit is another thing. It's like, we didn't meet when we were 19, honey. We met when I was 40 and already had my shit. Like, it's a different argument. I know when I found you were working at Hooters, but you know, you're not taking my company. So yeah, it's fucking dangerous. Dude, the fucking sex doll, it's so great. It's so funny.
It will solve a lot of problems for a lot of men.
I know.
Oh man. With that being said, folks, we're at the end of the show. Gus, thank you so much for coming on board with us and sharing your cuss with us. Loved it. It's always great. It's always entertaining. It's
dude, we're
exciting shows.
Dude, we're just sick of winning, bro. Just sick of winning.
Just all kinds of winning, bro. All kinds of winning, dude. Dragon energy, bro. Dragon energy, baby. All day. All day. Kanye West. Here's to Kanye West. I'm holding up my dark roast for him right now. Here's to Kanye West, the savior of Western civilization.
Chi-town.
Absolutely, bro. Yeezy. And with that, we're out. Take it away, CJ.